Hey everybody, Mande White-Pearl here with this week's edition of Expand Your Impact TV. How does it get any better than that? In this week's episode, I'm wanting to talk to you about the things that you do that help raise your vibration. We talk all the time about, or there's lots of different groups that talk about raising your vibration in order to, attract different, better clients, right? And so I know for me, I immediately go into that place of like, okay, so that means I got to do something to raise my vibration. I got to do, what can I do? And while a lot of it is, really just being, I have found there's a couple of different things that support me in, being able to make the choice of being that higher vibration of like love and joy and peace and ease and joy. Right? And so one of those things is, my body's really been craving like raw foods. So, anything like juices, and I've got a delicious raw sushi here today from Apura. Like, I indulged this weekend because it was Easter and the kids were making like bunny pancakes. And so I went ahead and I said, body, do you want this? And, I didn't get a heavy that I shouldn't have it, and so I ingested it, and my belly didn't bother me about this. Now, for those of you who don't know all the gory details, like, I spent 33 years of my life, like, severely constipated, right? And so, for me, I've had a lot of bowel and belly issues and things like that. So, for me to now be in this place, thanks to the help of Mary Crawford and a lot of other healers that I've worked with, I'm at a place where, my body's pretty happy most of the time, and so, one of the biggest culprits for me is sugar that, produces yeast, and then you get overgrowth and you have all kinds of adverse effects with that. Well, one of the things that I noticed, I was like, okay, I could eat the sugar, and I had the pancakes. And then yesterday, if any of you saw the post about like I'm crying in Publix because like this client sent a mean text, and then like I go down the catapult bridge of like my life is over and I'm gonna be homeless and nobody's gonna love me kind of shit. And I was like, where is this coming from? And I reach out to my good friend Anne and I cry for her for a little bit, and thank you, Anne, because the one thing that I learned from you, honey, is that as I'm pouring all this crazy nonsense out to her, she says to me very simply, I believe you're going to figure this out. I trust that you're going to figure this out. And her belief in me that I was going to figure it out was so very, very, very helpful. And as we're talking about it a little bit further, she starts to say, or I mentioned to her, I was like, oh, you know what, I had sugar yesterday, and when I have sugar, if it doesn't affect my belly, you know what, sometimes it increases my anxiety, right? And she's like, there it goes, no more sugar for you, don't ever like stop thinking you can, right? And while I'm working on that, being able to, be more in communion with my body and change demolecular manifestate, the molecules there, at this point I'm not. But I was able to sort of recognize the things that in this reality altered and changed my own like ability, right? And so yesterday I was a little compromised in how I reacted with people because I had that extra sort of anxiety. And in listening to Abraham Hicks this morning, she was talking about how our food, when it's alive and raw, it has a different vibrational component to it. And so if you're wanting to raise your vibration, you're not choosing these foods because, Oprah says or Dr. Oz says to drink green juice. You're choosing this because this has a higher vibrational frequency to what it is that you want to attract into your life. And when you choose, bunny pancakes, there's nothing in that bunny pancake that really has any nutritional value, and not even nutritional value, it's just like no energetic value. And so no wonder I feel like crap and I'm at a frequency of anxiety and depression and all of those things, right? So I did really good not making myself wrong for that. And thanks to Glenise, she's shared with me that when she experiences things like that her body is saying, get your bars run, get your bars run. And so that's totally it's something else that I can do to support myself. And another awesome tool that I have found, and I've actually created for the Expand Your Impact community, how awesome is this, an essential oil blend that is calibrated to over 9,000, whatever the frequency thing is. Mary might have to comment on that. But I know that using essential oils for me is another way that I can raise my vibration. And the best part of essential oils, unlike, juicing and stuff, is there's no calories in it, right? And so as I've become more in communion with my body, I've been able to change how I feel about it, how it interacts and supports me. I've been doing a lot more yoga. I've been doing fitting yoga into my day in different ways. But if you're interested in this brand new, this is the first edition here. I know I homemade my own labels, but this particular blend of essential oils is specifically calibrated. Mary and I worked on getting the right frequency for those of you who are looking to increase your visibility and increase your profitability and have that happen with ease, joy, and glory, right? So if you'd like that, there'll be a link underneath. It's on my Facebook fan page right now because my websites are in the process of being transferred. How does it get any better than a new web server that doesn't crash all the time? I'm hoping, right? So check out the Facebook fan page if you're interested in that. And let me know if you have any questions for future episodes. But my highest recommendation, or my question for you today is, what else do you use to support yourself in getting into that vibration of love and joy? And what do you find that kind of pulls you back down? Let's talk about it. Bye.